Today, it's the National Football League. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. As we'll see Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tropical moisture in the air tonight. We're in for a wet and rainy one under the lights here at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Now ETN to start the drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Another tote for ETN. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
And space tough to come by there as they'll get maybe a yard to the 37. Here is 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Now runs straight ahead with Warren. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joshua Hines-Allen. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Devin Lloyd in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So on 4th down, the Steelers call on the number of Chris Boswell for the field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play. Yeah.
That too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. He completes it to Hunter. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 1st down, Lawrence forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Now a first carry here for their running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. A much different second drive here, Charles. They go 3 and out the first time. This time they've been able to sustain something downfield.
And that's what often happens. You get the game started. You know, you have to get your footing underneath you. You have to get used to the flow of the game, the speed of the game. And sometimes that first drive is more of a probing drive. It appears they found something here in the second one.
3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. A give up the middle to Johnson. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A Steeler 1st down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
He'll let it fly for Austin. And got his man complete. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 77 yards. And the Steelers are able to stretch out their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down. Lawrence will throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it'll be 2nd down. Draw play, ETN. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll run with ETN. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Hunter. And he's got this down to the 35. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Open man, this is Brenton Strange, the tight end. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score.
We got this.
Now Lawrence on first down. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Oh, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. In this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Airing it out deep for Woods. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Darnell Savage. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 3rd down and 1. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Dean Lowry drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Well, the Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd-and-1 situation. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On the give, it's Warren. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Right back to him on first down. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. A handoff for Warren. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. The third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first down, Rodgers flushed out right. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 13-9. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps a deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And they're able to get this one across the 35. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence running right on the out. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. T.J. Watt, always a disruptor, there to blow that play up. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence to throw. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And Lawrence now, he has this complete to Strange, the tight end. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Lawrence. That is caught. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. From 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point up and good, and that gives them a 3-point lead. So that one, an 8-play drive, it spans 75 yards, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a run with Warren. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. On the run, it's Warren. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
But it wasn't a goal line situation, but how about the goal line formation on 3rd and short? They went in, went heavy. No surprise on who was going to get the football. How about the power exhibited there?
Yeah, that was just put a hat on a hat, drive forward. Nice job to pick it up. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. And they're going to speed things up here. On 3rd down, Johnson. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Here comes 2nd down at 5. They'll run it. Warren. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. Well, this crowd trying to force a false start here. 3rd and inches. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Jalen Warren. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with the touchdown run to take the lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Back to throw, Lawrence.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing now, Lawrence.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. This ball caught by Strange.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
This is 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Steelers have just about sewn up this football game.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
2 yards to go, 2nd down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Rodgers looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
That is intercepted. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. A final shot now for Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffer the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.